What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new, this is my 97 Subaru GC8. It's got a full STI swap, so engine, transmission, interior, and it's got a roll cage, huge rims, those are 18 by 10s, and most importantly, it's got a 100mm wide body kit that we custom made a few videos ago. So it's got a bunch of things, but the engine hasn't run in about a year and a half. So today the plan is to get the engine running again and hopefully do a little test drive. So let's get right into it. First things first, I need to finish the fuel system. If you remember from the last episode, I was missing clamps to connect my soft lines to the hard lines, and I've got them right here, so that's ready to be installed. I've got 3 here, 3 under the dash, and that's it for the fuel system. After that, I can attack the clutch master cylinder, which is still missing, and then I can put the dash in. Let's get it done. Alright, so the dashboard is finally in and it seems to fit pretty good. I did have quite some trouble fitting the blower box in here with the roll cage taking most of the space on the right side. It's a super tight fit, but it does fit. So for now it's good enough. I might do a little bit of trimming later. Now I guess the next step would be finishing up the wiring in the front. So I've got all of these wires that need to be plugged in. I have those as well, so all of that needs to be plugged in, the connection here to the alternator. But I've done the transmission wiring already, and my starter cables go to the starter, they're hooked up, so that's all good to go. Now in the back here I still need to plug my coolant lines, but otherwise there shouldn't be anything major preventing the car from starting. So I just went ahead and bought a short air intake from Perrin, which should run across from this pipe straight with a big filter on top. I just hope it clears the hood, not sure yet, but there's just one way to find out. So let's put it on. You're just afraid to say real love. Now I see you when I'm making through to find a life that we once had. I see it now, I feel it now. Alright, the intake is on and I did shorten it just a little bit on this side to get more room because it was still hitting the tubs. Now it looks like it's going to clear just fine. On this side, I added a super special mod that should get me plus 200 horsepower or not. So my air pump is on this side and I can't fit it there anymore because of the tubs again. So right now it's just plugged into the wiring, but sitting on here, and I've plugged the hose going to the pump with this Crona bottle. I couldn't find anything else. So yeah, there you go. Now I guess I'm just going to finish up the engine bay with the radiator, the intercooler, and a bunch of little things, and do the interior as well. I'm still missing the center console, a shifter, a seat, and that should be it. Alright, so the interior is finally in. I won't bother finishing it up right now because it really doesn't serve any purpose to me. But I do have the pieces, I'll put them in eventually. But what I do need right now is a couple of things. I need to strap the battery down so it doesn't fly away. And I need a drive shaft, and I also need some water in the cooling system. So let's do that real quick, and then we should be good for the first startup, I guess. Alright, so I think it's finally time. The engine looks ready to me. I've put water in the cooling system, no chemicals, because I'm probably going to dump it anyways in a few days. Now, I don't have any brakes, because I didn't bother filling the brake system and everything. So no brakes at all, except for my cable handbrake in there. That's why I connected it. The interior, as you saw, is not complete, but good enough. All the electronics work and they're plugged in. Now, the battery is dead. So I'll have to jump start the car at first, and as far as I know, this car doesn't need the battery to keep going, or at least not a perfectly fine battery. This will be okay. There's actually just one more thing that the car needs, and that's fuel. So let's go ahead and fill it up and then try to start it. Fingers crossed. Oh shit.
One eternity later.
Got the cables hooked up, now let's jump in the car and try to start it. Oh, I forgot there's a roll cage. I've never been in the car with a roll cage. Well, that wasn't too bad. Alright, let's do this. Ooh, we have power, bunch of codes, clutch in. Yeah, hell yes. Alright, neutral. Cool. Sounds great. It's definitely idling a bit high right now, and I didn't have those check engine lights before, so I'm not sure why they're on right now. Maybe I forgot to plug in something. But I guess I'm just gonna let it warm up a little bit and see what happens. Ah, there it goes. Now it dropped a little bit. Let's get out of the car, try to see if there's anything smoking or if everything looks normal. Looks pretty good from here. I see no smoke, no leaks so far. Alright, so I've checked around the car and I can't find any leaks or anything burning off, no smell, nothing. But I also can't find what could be causing the ABS light to come on and the check engine light. So for now, I'm thinking it might just be dust in some of the connectors, because there's been a lot of dust in here because of the fiberglass. So I'm thinking there's just a connector that's not connecting properly, basically. So I'll have to make sure that everything is clean later. But for now, I think we're safe for a test drive. So I'll just go around the block. But remember, I don't have any brakes except for my cable handbrake. So I won't be doing anything crazy. Temps are a little bit high, but it's been sitting for a while, so I think it's normal. Now the engine sounds pretty good. Okay, let's go. The power steering pump is dead, that's for sure. Alright, let's do a quick walk around with the car running. If you can hear a ticking sound, it's normal. That's just the radiator hitting this hose. So if I pull the radiator, it goes away. and if I release, it sounds like crap. So that's normal, I'm gonna fix that later. Other than that, there's no weird sound from the engine. But yeah, this car looks so wide. Holy moly. It's the first time I see it with the roll cage, the wide body kit and everything, and running. So for me, it's a first as well. And I guess I can't really express how much of an achievement this feels like. You know, taking a car like this, doing such a wide body kit on it, all custom made, welding my own roll cage and doing the entire swap in it, the recent fuse box relocation, all that stuff. There's been a lot of work on this. By the way, if you have any questions on this, feel free to ask in the comments below. But also, I've posted all the videos about this car, so if there's any part of it that you want to explore or that you're looking to do on your car as well, just go check out the rest of the videos. But yeah, this has been such a long journey. I am so happy to see it all come together. It's not done yet, but I hope you guys can see my vision through this and what I want to achieve with the car. And I hope you're excited to see it finished one day, maybe. So yeah, this is the state right now. The next few steps are going to be wide bodying the already wide body fender bumpers, so front and rear, and buttoning up a few things, I guess. Trying to get it as close as possible to its final state so that I can make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to before going to paint, so I don't have to adjust anything afterwards. So I guess once the body is done, it's pretty much just stripping it down, sending it off to paint, and yeah, that's it. But don't worry guys, there's still so much to come. A lot of work has to be done still, and I'm really excited about it, but for now, pretty happy about this state. Now let's jump back in, keep driving, and maybe, if I'm feeling it, pull a donut. Not sure yet. Alright, so I know this road, usually there's nobody on it, it's pretty much abandoned. So let's try a first and second gear pull. Here we go. Alright, that's it. I'm not gonna do any donuts. Just launching it in first gear, already spun the 4 tires, and those are 285 wide. Not gonna try without brakes. Car feels good though. The alignment isn't too bad actually. Power steering pump is definitely dead, but otherwise, everything else seems to work just fine. By the way, the handbrake positioning is absolutely on point. Got my shifter, boom, handbrake, shifter, steering wheel. It's perfect. All right, guys, I pulled the car back into the shop because it's getting dark outside, but what an amazing first drive. I honestly feel scared. This car is so fast and it's so light. I mean, you just saw the clip. It's spinning all 4 wheels in first gear. I wasn't even trying to spin. I was just trying to launch normally. But I guess the temperatures are cold, the tires are big, and there's just no traction. So I didn't feel like doing a donut after that because it's just so scary without brakes. Now, I'm going to work on the brake system to hopefully then do a real first test drive, test everything, all the mechanicals, and make sure the balance is okay inside the car, all that stuff. But I guess for now, I also need to work on those codes or check engine light. I'm thinking the ABS one is because the whole ABS pump is empty. So I think there is a light that comes on if there is absolutely no fluid inside the pump. The first test drive was also without brakes, but there was still fluid inside the pump. So I'm thinking that's why now it's on and it wasn't on before. As far as the check engine light, I don't know if it's also because of that or if there's a different problem, but I guess I'll plug something into the OBD2 port and get some code readings and go from there. So that's it for today, guys. Super stoked about the car. Everything else seems to work perfectly, and I can't wait to keep going with this build. So thanks a lot for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer them or at least point you in the right direction. and I hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.
Come